Good morning. How's everybody doing today? How was yesterday? Good. That's great. So welcome back. Just a reminder of the network for Wi-Fi. It's Wyndham Conference, and the password is Grand Meetings. And once again, want to thank all of our sponsors, especially GRIN Therapeutics, our diamond sponsor, for helping us to put on this amazing conference. I want to shout out to 3 of our gold sponsors today. So to Abrams Nation, who makes the safety sleeper, to Cam K2, and to Simon's Searchlight. Thank you all for helping us to put this on. I want to take a minute to introduce the CureGRIN team. So we'll start closest to me. Lauren Williams is our Director of Family and Donor Engagement. I'm so sorry. I forgot Liam's last name. Liam Coughlin is volunteering with us this summer and has been doing a great job. He is a undergrad university student. So thanks, Liam. Brittany Schrock is our project coordinator. And so Brittany's with us part-time, and Mara Cowan is also with us part-time as our interim science director. So these guys we have a dream team of people that not just help us put on this conference, but help us do so much more. Everything that we talk about here couldn't be done without them. So thank you again. I also want to call out to 4 board members that we have here. So Steve Rust is our board chair. You want to stand up, Steve? Lana Novakovic is there. Brianna Kupras. Where is she? Is she standing? Is she here? Okay. And Natasha Lasmana, also a director. There she is, back there. So I don't know if I remember to mention this, but Steve is the chair of our board, and Lana is the secretary of the board. So really grateful to have such a strong and supportive board. Okay, a couple other matters to go over today. So in one of the sessions yesterday, there were questions about where should I enter my kids' information, and I missed an important one, so I wanted to put this up again today. So there are kind of 4 different ongoing studies that are important to be part of. So the first one is GRICon. We presented some of that data yesterday and more of it today, and so the link is at the bottom there, curegrin.org/GRICon. If you have questions about whether or not you completed it, you can't remember, reach out to info@curegrin.org and we'll look you up and get back to you. We have had when we looked at the data, we had about 7 people who filled it out twice. So if you think you might have completed it, ask us first, and we can check that. Simon's Searchlight has a registry that's open to most. So ours is for all of the GRI genes. Theirs is open to most of the GRI genes. So GRIA 1, 2, 3, GRIA 4 is not in there yet. That says GRIC 3. It should say GRIC 2, GRIN 1, GRIN 2A, GRIN 2B, and GRIN 2D. And you can see a link that says, or a button that says join us if you go to simonssearchlight.org. The biggest one that's out there, it's actually 2 separate registries that are combined. This is the GRIN registry. This used to have some GRIA in it, but now it's focused particularly on GRIN. And for that, the best thing is to go to the link, because depending on where you live in the world, it's different labs that are different research teams that are gathering the information. And then finally, the GRIA genes are through a GRIA registry in Denmark with Dr. Alan Bayat, and his email is there. The email is the way to get in contact with him. So if your question is like, which one should I do? Really, it's all of them, and we're working together to try and integrate the information. So it's the first two for almost everybody. The third one, if you have a GRIN child, and the fourth one, if you have a GRIA child. I think that the GRIN registry is still open to GRIC patients, because there's no formal registry for GRIC yet, other than GRIC 2 through Simons. Yes?
Is the hyphen between GRIN and portal intentional, or is that just because it went to another line?
I think it's intentional. It's there. Yeah. Yeah. Good question. The hyphen is intentional was the question. Okay, so we got another great lineup today. We've got another real-life miracle story, and this one is even more relatable to our patients, because this is a parent who, when her son was 15, she's with SCN2A, but when her son was 15, had an ASO treatment, so this is the kind of treatment that could be possible for many of our patients, and I've heard her speak before, and it's an amazing story. We're going to talk about research breakthroughs from some of the projects that CureGRIN has funded, and then we've got a great panel on the phase 3 clinical trials that are opening up to our patients. All three of them are represented here, so it's a great opportunity to learn more about them and to know what's available for your children, your child. In the afternoon, we've got, again, 2 tracks, the Living GRI session in here, and the Learning GRI session next door. So lots of great sessions there. And then we're going to come back in here for some closing remarks. It says auction closed there, but we actually have extended the auction, so I'll talk more about that in a minute. In the closing remarks, what I'm asking everybody to do is think about this question. So what's the single most impactful insight, piece of information, or connection you're taking away, and how will it directly influence your actions moving forward in your research, your family life, or your advocacy? So if everyone can kind of think about that question, I want to hear from as many people as we have time for at the end of the day. And for the brave people that go first, we'll have some prizes. Okay, so this is the CureGRIN auction. We're just going to pull up the site for a second. So we haven't had as many bids on some of the big items as we wanted, so we've decided to extend it. So it's open for another 19 days. And we just have some amazing things here. So that bed, it's down there for $2,500. I think it's valued at about $7,500. So it's one that you can see out here. My son uses it, and it's just amazing. There's all kinds of vacation homes. I don't know if you're able to scroll down and just show some of the other things, but it's great. Lots of great things. There's a seizure tracker there, jewelry, art. So please check it out. You know, there's so many things that we want to do at CureGRIN where money is the limiting factor, and this is a way that you can help us do those things, but also get something nice for yourself. Okay, thanks. I'll move on now. Okay, the welcome bags are here, so go and make sure you pick up your welcome bags today. They're just in front of the registration booth. And I want to thank everyone for participating in research yesterday. Thank you to Tamara for leading this. So we had, it exceeded our expectations. So we had 39 participants, collected 63 samples, 14 blood samples from people with GRI disorder. So that's almost every person with GRI who's here. 10 age-matched controls. That's almost every sibling who's here. And then 12 nasal swabs from GRI patients and 12 controls from their family members. So I want to really thank everyone again, and especially thanks to those siblings for helping us out. Okay, and it's muffin sampling day. So I've talked about this before. There's this research study, and you're going to hear more about it in a few minutes. But these blue muffins that you can track how long your GI takes to get through you. So you can try a muffin today, and maybe, depending on your timing, when you go home tomorrow, you'll have a memory of your trip, a souvenir. So that That's 12:30 today. Does anyone know where that room is? Ponce de Leon 4. Okay. So that's just around the corner, right? Okay. Small room around the corner. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, and I can ask the panelists for this next section, this next session to come on up and join me here. So far, CureGRIN has given away nearly $1 million in grants to all of these institutions here, and we have researchers from 5 of these projects here today to talk about their research. And today I'm excited to announce another $200,000 in research grants. So far, our focus up until this year has been, we've done a lot of larger grants. So the grants that you see here, there was one $25,000 grant, but most of them are between $50,000 and $200,000, so bigger grants. And then these are the ones that we are happy to announce today. So there is additional funding to some of our panelists today, Dr. Coombs, Dr. Lal, and Dr. Ramsey. So Dr. Coombs is opening a new lab that's focused on doing functional analysis for GRIA disorders. And so our grant is going to help to get a lot of the GRIA disorders better understood. And thank you, Ian. The grant to Dennis is about taking the data from the GRIA portal and making it more accessible to actually to everybody. Basically, we're going to create a portal where we can take all that data and you can search through it in real time and look at how different genes compare with each other in terms of a phenotype and other things. Dr. Ramsey's work is focused on gene therapy. And actually, Graham Collingridge, who's here too, there's 2 different projects at University of Toronto that, and these teams work very closely together, but are looking at 2 different kinds of gene therapy. Dr. Trainellis is focused on functional analysis, but it's kind of a more detailed project that looks at how to do functional analysis on some of the variants that we haven't been able to identify yet. It's going kind of a step further for some of them. Dr. Rubenstein in Israel is looking at a small molecule and how that can help GRIN2D patients. And Dr. Smejkalova, I'm blanking out on what that one is. I don't know what that one's about. Neurosteroids, yes. Okay, thank you. So that's, yeah. And then also today, so those are 7 grants funded by CureGRIN. So we wanted to give out more smaller grants this year, and these are all ones that are focused on projects that will help us reach our goal of treatments and cures by the end of the decade. And then GRI UK, our sister organization, partnered with us, and they are able to fund an additional grant to the Erasmus Lab, the Center of Excellence in Holland, in the Netherlands. And that one is going to focus on phenotype for adults with GRI disorder, which is really an underreported area. So we're excited for that data.